Welcome back. You see the shaky bar and you know what that means. It's time for Grizzlies football. Today we take on the 19th ranked Wisconsin Badgers, who outclass us in pretty much every way possible. They have an amazing run game led by two big-time running backs in James White and Melvin Gordon. Not sure which we'll see today, but I can guarantee they both will be hard to stop, as is the rest of this roster. They're chock full of talent on both sides of the ball, and the Badgers are ranked in top 25 for a reason. They'll be without their starting right guard Kyle Costigan, but they have plenty of interior offensive line depth to make up for it. We have our work cut out for us today as the Badgers are coming off a big win against top 10 ranked Ohio State, while the Grizzlies just came off of a 41-7 shellacking of Wyoming on the road. If you think we can pull off the upset, leave a like, and if you don't think so, leave a like as well and tell me why. But we're here today at Camp Randall Stadium, home of the Badgers, and we're ready to get this game underway as Montana State defers to the second half. Melvin Gordon takes the kickoff, and he's down out to about the 30, and that's where Wisconsin will start this drive at. White gets the handoff, looking for a hole. He has nowhere to go, only 2 on the gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Badgers. White takes the handoff again, and he's met in the hole, but he picks up 4, and that brings up a 3rd and 4 for the Badgers on their first drive, and we'll see if they can convert. So we get motion out of the tight end. McAvoy's back to pass, and throws it short to Aberderis. Kent meets him, but it looks like he has enough for the first down. Jared Aberderis makes the catch, and Wisconsin continues their drive. McAvoy tries to pull the defense off sides. White off tackle, and he picks up 8 yards. Tackled by Lewis Mitchell, and it brings up a 2nd and 2 now. White takes it off the left side, looking for room, and he gets a key block from 85, rushes down the sideline. Murray's finally able to make the tackle, but not after an 18-yard gain. Good block by number 85 to set the edge, and White just has no one touch him within the first 17 yards. Great job by Wisconsin running the ball so far. McAvoy's hit while he makes the throw, and Simpson has an interception. The defensive tackle, Kingsley Simpson, rumbling down the field. He could go all the way, but he doesn't. Looks like he was hit by Madsen, and that forced a bad pass, and Kingsley Simpson is able to come up with the catch. Great job by the defensive tackle, and that sets Montana State up in good field position deep in Wisconsin territory at about the 27-yard line. McConnell making adjustments. Takes the option himself, and he picks up 10 yards. 2nd and inches now for the Grizzlies. Nick McConnell making a good read on that play as Jared Bryant's off to the right, and we get motion from Bradford, and Bryant has some space up the middle. 12-yard gain for Jared Bryant, and that's a 1st and goal at about the 5. This one given off to Bryant, looking for a hole, but he can't find it, and the ball is out on the ground, and luckily Montana State is able to recover. Alex Thibodeau making a great heads-up play to jump on that ball, and a 2nd and goal. Looks like Montana State is out in the full house formation, and this one's giving it to Keefe, but he can't find a hole, and that'll bring up a 3rd and goal. And we'll see if Montana State can convert. McConnell looks to hand off, but no one is there, and he is tackled hard. Gains a yard, and we had a busted play just like last week against Wyoming. And the first points on the board is a field goal from Montana State as we take you to a studio update as Tennessee amazingly outlasts number 1 Georgia by 1 point. And we have more upsets as Iowa State upsets number 3 Texas and Illinois over number 8 Nebraska. And Montana State is going to look to have an upset of their own today as Wisconsin starts this drive at their own 24. White gets the handoff off the right side, and he has some blocking downfield and a huge hole, and he is gone. He's at the 20, the 10. Wisconsin answers quickly with a huge run by James White, and that is a new NCAA record, 77 yards by James White. The previous record, 75 yards. And Wisconsin will take the lead 7-3 here with 3:48 left in the first. And the Grizzlies start out here at their own 25. McConnell takes a shotgun snap, back to pass, tries to set up a screen, but rushing can't hold on to it. That'll make it 2nd and 10 now as we get Bryant in the pistol formation behind McConnell. McConnell's back to pass, looks out to the right side, and he has Harden. The senior Jared Harden makes a big catch in between 3 defenders, 16 yards, and it's a new set of downs. And Bryant takes the handoff up the middle, has a good blocking, and he picks up 9, 2nd and 1 now. And Jared Bryant is off to a good start of the day. 3 carries for 23 yards so far. And it's 2nd and 1. Full house package again for the Grizzlies. McConnell runs play action, rolls out right, throws it to Jackson. And Jackson has a first down on the 3-yard catch. The fullback showing off the hands. And we have McConnell in the shotgun, takes the snap. McConnell's back to pass, and he is hit hard, and it forces the incompletion. And that brings up a 2nd down for the Grizzlies. McConnell's back to pass for a 2nd time, finds an open man, and Bradford down the field. And he has 30 yards, a huge play for the Grizzlies coming out on 2nd down, and that's a new set of downs inside the 20 for the Grizzlies. We'll see if they can capitalize like they did last time, and McConnell takes this option up the middle, tries to make a move. He does, and it's out on the ground again. Southward picks it up, and Wisconsin has a huge turnover as the Grizzlies were starting to drive down the field. That is not what they needed. As we see here, Hillary, the strong safety, oh, that's a big boy, coming out and popping the ball out. And Southward is able to make the recovery. We'll have to look at Hillary, see how big he actually is after the game. That is a big sumbitch. 1st and 10 now for Wisconsin as White gets the handoff up the middle. He's met after a 6-yard gain, and that brings up a 2nd and 4. 115 yards already on the day for White as he gets this one again, and Wisconsin's leaning on the run game. But we have a penalty, and it looks like that's going to be clipping and cancel out the 1st down, and it'll make it 2nd and 5. McAvoy hands off to White. Doucette can't make the stop, but he's tackled down after a 6-yard gain, and that'll make it a 1st down. White gets the handoff again, and he has a lot of room, and he's tripped up and he stumbles ahead past the 45. 27 yards by James White. Wisconsin's just running at will, 148 yards already, and the 1st quarter isn't even over. What a day so far for James White. Motion here on 1st down. James White gets the carry once again, and man, Montana State is going to have to work really hard to stop this run game, it looks like, today. James White picks up 5. 2nd and 5 now. We get motion again. McAvoy's back to pass. Throws it out to the right to Duckworth. And he's short of the 1st down, 3rd and 2. McAvoy under center, back to pass, and he has Peterson. And that's a 1st down, a 7-yard gain for the tight end, Jacob Peterson. And Bucky seems to be enjoying himself. 1st and 10 now. The ball's given to White off tackle. And Murray, one of the most sure tacklers on the team, the junior safety, coming up to make the stop. And this is 2nd and 8. McAvoy hands it off to White once more. And he has a 1st down, 11 yards. And that'll take us to the 2nd quarter as we have 166 yards from James White. And Wisconsin is still up 7-3 over the Grizzlies. As McAvoy takes this option and takes himself. Murray can't make the stop, and McAvoy just runs in the end zone, but he's tackled just short. Rooney is able to save the touchdown, and that'll bring up a 1st and goal inside the 1. We have an injured Grizzly on the field. Looks like that's Murray, and I hope it's nothing serious. Maybe we'll get an update later in the game. 1st and goal now. White's given the handoff, and he just waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown Badgers, and that's going to put them up even more on Montana State as the extra point is good to make it a 14-3 game. And Montana State starting within their own 15, and McConnell's back to pass, and he is dropped hard, sacked for an 8-yard loss. David Gilbert getting in, splitting the D lineman, able to get back there and make the sack. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 18. McConnell's back to pass once again, and he's hit, and that'll force an incompletion. This offensive line of the Grizzlies have a day in store for them, and it's 3rd and 18 as we see Murray is going to miss the rest of this game with a pulled groin, and someone on that defense is going to have to step up to fill his roles. We'll see who it is later. 3rd and 8. McConnell passes again, and that time he's hit, and it causes another incompletion. 4th and 18, and Montana State will punt this away. 1st and 10 now for the Badgers, just at about midfield as White takes this off tackle. And he has another big gain, 11 yards again for James White. And it's 1st and 10. James White gets the handoff on the left side again, and Rooney is there to stop him. Tackle for loss by Rooney. Great job by the corner to coming up and making the play. Setting the edge there. And it's 2nd and 11 now. McAvoy's back to pass. Scrambles up the middle. And he picks up 7 on the play. 3rd and 4. McAvoy's got some legs. 34 yards so far on the ground. And we'll see if they can make this conversion. They've had pretty good success so far today as McAvoy's back to pass. Finds an open man, Peterson, on the corner route. And he has a 20-yard gain, and they're inside the 15 now of the Grizzlies. Looks like there was a linebacker lined up with him. He just couldn't keep up with that athletic Peterson. And that'll make it a 1st down inside the 15 for the Badgers. 5:45 left here in the 2nd quarter. That one's thrown out short. Jordan Frederick on the reception, and that makes it a 2nd and 3. Motion from the fullback, Derek Watt, as White has this one off the left side, and he cuts it back to the right, and he's in for another touchdown for the Badgers, and they just keep pouring it on here in the 1st half. The extra point is up and good, and that makes it 21-3 with just over 5 minutes left in the 1st half as Wisconsin kicks this one off. Jared Bryant fields it a couple yards into the end zone, and he finds some space along the left side, trying to break it free, but he picks up 36 out to about the 33-yard line, and that's where Montana State's going to start their drive. Andre Lilly starts this drive at quarterback as he runs the option, and he keeps it. Andre Lilly makes a juke inside, and he has 8 yards. Good run by the freshman, Andre Lilly, and it's 2nd and 2 now. So we have the full house formation once again. Looks like another option, and Lilly is met hard. Chris Borland was there to make the tackle in the backfield. He was not fooled at all. Got off his block, able to hit Lilly hard, and it's a 3rd and 4 now. Wes Keith to the left of Lilly. As he throws it out to Keith, Keith breaks a tackle, but he has nowhere else to go. He only picks up 1, and that'll bring up a 4th and 2. Lilly's back to pass, scrambles out right, and he takes this one himself, and he gets just enough for the 1st down. 4-yard gain by Andre Lilly, and it's a new set of downs for the Grizzlies. Lilly with another option, takes it himself, and he's brought down from behind after a 6-yard gain. 16 yards on the day for Lilly as the Grizzlies go hurry up now, something they learned from Wyoming last week. As it's 2nd and 4 at about midfield. Lilly's back to pass, sets up a screen to Bryan, and he has it complete, and Bryan is down the left side. He picks up 11 yards on the screen pass, and it's a new set of downs as they're in Wisconsin territory. Going hurry up once again. Lilly's back to pass, throws it out short to Henderson on the slant. Henderson jukes, and he has a 1st down. Great throw and catch. Andre Lilly to LaShawn Henderson, and it's 1st down at about the 27-yard line. Motion from Bradford. Lilly fakes it, keeps it himself, and he has a lot of space up the middle, and he's tackled after a 17-yard gain. A huge run by Andre Lilly. If that block could have been held just a little bit longer, I think he really could have gotten into the end zone. And it looks like Andre Lilly's shaking up on the field a little bit, and that means McConnell will come in at quarterback. 1st and 10 at about the 10. McConnell takes the option off to the left side. He has some good blocks. He's in for a touchdown. Grizzlies, as that is their 1st touchdown of the day, putting them on the board. Nick McConnell, great read from him on the option, and that'll make this a 21-10 game with the extra point with just over 2 minutes left in the 1st half. And the Badgers come out at their own 22. McAvoy making adjustments, and White has it off the left side, and he has no one near him. Has a lot of space and a lot of speed, and Norris Fellows is just able to knock him out of bounds after a huge pickup. And White has 215 yards already, and we're not even done with the half. If this keeps up, it's going to be an extremely long day for the Grizzlies as the Badgers set up here just past the 50. This one's given to White once again, and he stumbles ahead. He breaks a few tackles, and he gets 11-yard gain. Looks like he's had 11-yard average pretty much every time he's gotten the ball. It's 1st and 10. McAvoy's back to pass. He scrambles out right, and no one accounts for him, and he has a 1st down and more. A 14-yard gain from Tanner McAvoy. 1:30 left in the 1st half as he's back to pass. He scrambles out right once again, chased down by Madsen, but he can't make the tackle. Finally brought down after a hard hit, but he gets the 1st down as Wisconsin has to take their 1st time out of the half. And they're set up now inside the 15 at about the 13. McAvoy with a lot of time gets it out left to the fullback, and he is hit hard by Randall Arrington, the junior safety, coming up to make the stop. And it's a 2nd and 4 now. Motion from the Badgers. McAvoy hands it off to White. White tries to bounce it outside, but he can't get the corner as Hamby is there to make the stop, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Badgers. 50-ish seconds left. Is this one thrown out left? Peterson, and he makes the catch, and he waltzes in for the touchdown untouched. Jacob Peterson with his first touchdown of the game. 3-yard reception, and Wisconsin is up 28-10. Montana State looking to answer with 44 seconds left. This one thrown out to Bryant, but steps out of bounds after a yard. And it's 2nd and 9. Good to see Andre Lilly back in the game. As he's back to pass, throws it out to Bryant again. This one a little quicker. He stays in bounds and he picks up 6 yards. 3rd and 3 now after the timeout taken by Montana State. And Bryant takes it up the middle. And he has a first down, and the clock will stop as Montana State goes hurry up. New set of downs at about the 38. Lilly back to pass. Has some time. Scrambles out right. No one's coming back to him. And he just has to let this one go out of bounds as he throws it away. Stop the clock. 2nd and 10. 23 seconds left. Lilly scrambles out right again, but he finds Rushing this time. And Rushing has a first down, 11 yards. First catch of the day for the senior. And they're just about at midfield now. Lilly back to pass once more, 15 seconds. He's able to squeeze through the offensive line's hole. Pause. He's taken down from behind. Pause. By number 44, and it's 2nd and 3, 10 seconds left. Montana State took their 2nd time out. And this one's thrown out to the left and is picked off. Shelton is able to come down with it. The 2nd turnover for Montana State. Andre Lilly just trying to make too much happen. Trying to throw it out to Ernie Rushing. And that one's intercepted, and that'll take us to the half. Wisconsin is up 28-10 comfortably here at home. And Montana State is going to have to stop this run game if they want to have any chance of succeeding today. And get something going on offense if they want to have a chance of winning. And we start this 2nd half underway. Montana State takes it. Bryant out of the end zone. And he has nowhere to go. Only a 20-yard return. And Montana State will start about their own 17-yard line. As Bryant gets his handoff up the middle. A huge hole. And he gets a first down, and that gives the Montana State Grizzlies 100 yards on the day as a team. It's a new first down. Lilly's back to pass. Throws it out quick to Rushing, but he can't hold on to it. Hit hard, and that knocks the ball loose. And that brings up 2nd and 10 now. Lilly, play action, gets it out quick, and this one is also deflected. And if Bradford could have come down with it, he would have had a wide open path to the end zone. But instead it's a 3rd down as the Grizzlies are trying to convert. Lilly's back to pass, throws it out to Henderson to the left, and that's complete. 18 yards and a new set of downs, as that's Henderson's 2nd catch, but nearly 30 yards on the day for him. Big gains coming from LaShawn Henderson. They're set up here at about their own 44, it looks like. Bryant in the backfield behind Lilly, and he gets the handoff. And he has a wide open hole up the middle, runs with some power, and he has 12 yards and a new set of downs. Lilly takes the option himself and goes out left, and he just slides to conserve himself. A smart play by Lilly, as last time he took a hit and was out of the game for a little bit. As this time another option is run, but he is met in the backfield. David Gilbert not allowing him to go anywhere, as he is like a bullet through the line, unblocked, and gets in the backfield before anything can actually happen. And it's 3rd and 7 now. Lilly's back to pass, throws it out short to Rushing. He's close to the first down, but not quite, and that'll bring up a 4th and inches. And the Grizzlies are going to go for it. We have Adrian Jackson in the backfield behind Lilly. Bryant behind him. Looks like Lilly was trying to call them off sides, but instead, I think it's going to backfire, and it's a false start against the Grizzlies. And we'll see if 4th and 5 is going to impact their play call here. It looks like they're still going to go for it on 4th and 5. Single back formation now. Lilly throws it out to Harden on the quick pass, and he has a completion, 15 yards. A new set of downs. Jarrett Harden coming up with a couple clutch receptions from the senior today. That's a new set of downs, set up at about the 23. Lilly's back to pass, throws it out to the left to Rushing, and that's knocked away. 2nd and 10, a very dangerous pass from Andre Lilly. As we're just over 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Lilly scrambles to the right. Looks like he has a couple people, but he keeps it himself down the sideline. He picks up 9. And it's a 3rd and 1 now for the Grizzlies. And this one's given to Jackson. He bounces it out to the right, and that's a 2-yard gain. 1st down for the fullback, Adrian Jackson. Bryant now to the left of Lilly. Lilly's making some adjustments at the line. We'll see what he sees. As this one's giving up to Bryant, and he takes a huge hit after a 1-yard gain. Borland just coming through, making the big hit on Jared Bryant. Lucky that wasn't a forced fumble. And it's now 2nd and 9. Wes Keith checks into the ball game. Motion from Hodges. Lilly keeps it himself, and he has an opening in the middle of the field. Touchdown. Montana State Grizzlies, Andre Lilly with the rushing touchdown up the middle, 28-16, and that'll take us to a studio update as we have another upset. Number 21 Kansas State over number 5 Oklahoma State, and another unranked Mississippi State over 11 LSU. This has just been a weekend of upsets, and Montana State is trying to do their best as the score is now 28-17. Just under 4 minutes left as White takes the handoff in the 3rd quarter. And he picks up 6, and that brings up a 2nd and 4. 241 yards on the day for James White. That is insane. As he takes the handoff, tackled for a loss now, or no gain. Rudy Norwood there on the stop. 3rd and 4 now for the Badgers. McAvoy back to pass. Scrambles out right. Hardy sheds Hardy's tackle, and Kent is able to come up and make the sack. And that'll bring up a 4th and 4, and looks like Wisconsin is going to be forced to punt. Norris Fellows back to return at about his own 30-yard line. Starts out straight, moves out to the right, looking for the edge. Can he get to it? He cannot. And he's down at about the 48, 49-yard line. A good return by Norris Fellows, and that's where the offense takes over. Lilly's still in the game at quarterback, as he throws this out short to Bryant really quickly. And he picks up 4 yards on the reception. 2nd and 6 now, as Jared Bryant's 4th catch on the day. As they're just past midfield, Bryant takes the handoff up the middle. Good day so far for Jared Bryant, average-wise. 57 yards, over 7 yards a carry. And Lilly runs play action, scrambles out to the right, is able to get away from the defender, throws it across his body and finds Rushing. And Rushing has a 6-yard gain, a very dangerous throw by Andre Lilly, but it pays off. And it's now 2nd and 4. Andre Lilly in the pistol formation is back to pass, tries to throw a screen to Henderson. Is tackled in the backfield, 3-yard loss on the play. The corner not allowing anything on that. Lilly's trying to quiet the crowd as he backs up to pass. Finds Hodges over the middle, and he's short of the 1st down. And they're going for it. Andre Lilly hands off to Jackson. Jackson breaks a tackle, and he can't get the 1st down. Turnover on downs for Montana State. Huge stop from Wisconsin's defense. Very aggressive play call from Montana State's coach. But playing against a top-ranked team, you kind of have to be aggressive. And Wisconsin starts this drive at about their own 33. McAvoy throws it out to the right to Abradaris, and he is wide open. Breaks a tackle of Fellows, and he's running down the field. Breaks another tackle, and he's in for an end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin, as they add on to their lead, 34-17. And the extra point will make it 35 with 11 seconds here left in the 3rd quarter. And these fans are getting a bit rowdy here in Madison. And Wisconsin will take over at just shy of their own 20 as Lilly runs play action, throws it over the middle, and it's overthrown hard in the intended target. And it makes it 2nd down now. Lilly hands it off to Bryant up the middle, who has a huge hole. And he picks up 12 yards, a new set of downs, and that's the end of the 3rd. And Montana State starts the 4th, continuing their drive here at about their own 30-yard line. As this one's given to Keith, and that's a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 now. Wes Keith hasn't been really involved today as Lilly takes this option, and he keeps it. And he has a first down, 14-yard pickup by the freshman quarterback. 79 yards on the day and a touchdown. A good job on the ground by Lilly today, as this one he tries to pitch it out, but it's deflected, and Thibodeau is there once again to pick up the fumble, and he carries it for 6 yards. A good awareness by the guard, and that's a 2nd and 4 as Bryant takes this one on the option up the middle. He's just shy of the first down, and that brings up a 3rd and inches. Lilly with option keeper, and he is stopped in the backfield. Can't run that many options in a row. The defense is going to kind of figure out what you're going to do, but they're going for it on 4th down. And Lilly backs up the pass, throws it out short to Harden, and Harden with the most clutch catch on the day on the 4th and inches play is able to come down with it, and that's a new set of downs. Lilly's back to pass here on 1st down, throwing it out deep to Henderson, but he can't come down with it, and that just falls harmlessly to the turf. 2nd and 10 now. Bryant to the left of Lilly as Lilly's back to pass again. Throws it out to the right to Bradford, but he can't make the catch. Good job by Wisconsin to apply pressure, and it's 3rd and 10 now. Lilly sets up the screen, gets it out to Bryant to the right, and Bryant can't get the blocks that he needed. And that will make it a 4th and 4 now for the Grizzlies, and they're going to go for it again. They're just out of field goal range, and we'll see what the offensive coordinator draws up here. As Lilly throws it short to Henderson, and he has a first down, 8 yards to LaShawn Henderson. His 4th catch for 34 on the day so far, and that's a new set of downs for the Grizzlies. Lilly throws it out to right to Harden now, and that's a 2nd and 3, 4:40 left in the game. 2nd and 3, Lilly's back to pass. Throws it out of bounds. That one intended for Manny Hodges, but it looks like it was just overthrown. Lilly now takes the option keeper, and he has a first down as he stopped inside the 15. Hodges in motion. Lilly takes it himself. Can't get away from the defender, and he picks up 2 yards. 83 on the day for Lilly as the Grizzlies go hurry up again. 2nd and 8. Motion again. This one's thrown out to Reddick on the swing pass, and he's stopped before he can even get back to the line. 3rd and 8 now. B.J. Reddick, his first catch on the day, goes nowhere. The Grizzlies send blitz, and this was thrown to the end zone, and Bradford has it. Touchdown again from Montana State. A clutch throw by Andre Lilly, and that shortens this deficit as the Grizzlies are going to go for 2 here. McConnell's in, and that one's thrown behind Hodges. Incomplete pass. Just over 3 minutes left here in the 4th quarter as Wisconsin takes over. 35-23. James White has some spacing. He makes Arrington look like a fool. He's running down the sideline. Luckily, Rooney is able to force him out of bounds. Another huge gain for James White, 40 yards. And that gives him 281 on the day. Such a great move from James White on that play. And they're set up at the 15-yard line, Wisconsin is. 2:45, and they're letting this clock wind down. McAvoy's back to pass. Tries to scramble up the middle, but he's taken down, sacked for a 4-yard loss. Lance Burley on the tackle, and Montana State is forced to take their first time out of the half. And White takes this one off tackle, and it's only a pickup of 6. 3rd and 8 now. 2:18 left in the game. Wisconsin looking to just run this clock out, but McAvoy's back to pass. Throws out to Wozniak, and Wozniak is stopped just shy. Clark Griswold is asking why. Why'd it have to be like this? Why'd it have to be 35-23? But great job by Doucette, able to come through the line and make the stop on Derek Watt. That makes it a 2nd and goal now, as White takes us into the end zone, and we have a penalty, but I don't think it's going to matter. And it won't. It's offsides by Kingsley Simpson, and that's going to be declined, and the touchdown counts, and so does the extra point. 42-23 now as Montana State takes over. Just over a minute left inside their 25, just trying to make something happen. McConnell, a great throw to Manny Hodges, 24 yards. Really threading the needle that time as he gets it in between 2 defenders, and Manny Hodges is able to make the catch. 1 minute left now. McConnell's back to pass, throws it out to Keith on the left side. He runs over a defender, and he picks up 5. And the Grizzlies go hurry up. McConnell, play action. And he's sacked. 8-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 14, and with 20 seconds left, I'm not sure if Montana State can win this game at all, but they're trying to save some face, as this one is just thrown up as a prayer to Bradford, triple covered, and it's incomplete, and it's 4th and 14. And of course, Montana State's going to go for it. McConnell's back to pass, throws it over the middle, and Harden has a huge catch. Another clutch reception from Jarrett Harden, this time 31 yards on a 4th and 14, and he has 73 yards on the day. And with 9 seconds left, they might just try and heave it to the end zone. As McConnell runs play action, throws it out to a wide open receiver down the field. Allen Bradford is in for a touchdown just to save a little face. 3 seconds left, and they're going to go for 2. And Wes Keith takes it on the pitch, and he is in. Great blocking to get the 2-point conversion. And with 3 seconds left, that's going to be your final here in Madison, Wisconsin. The Grizzlies will return home with a loss in their 2nd straight against a ranked opponent with a score of 42-31. James White earned this player of the game with 288 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. A very Heisman-worthy performance. And we just could not stop this running game in Wisconsin, as they had only 42 plays ran and only 10 of them were passes, compared to our 75 plays ran, and we threw 40 times, much higher than our season average. We just couldn't stop the explosiveness, which was expected, but we did a good job of driving down the field and converting in key situations, I believe. Andre Lilly was more efficient throwing the ball, but he threw it twice as much as McConnell and had less yards. Could be we were throwing more downfield at the end after Lilly got hurt, but the first interception we threw kind of scared me off from stretching the field with him, which caused me to use him more as a runner because of his better athleticism. He and Bryant had good days on the ground given our opponent, but we did run a lot of option plays. Adrian Jackson was unable to convert that 4th down up the middle, but I'd attribute that more to just poor blocking as it got blown up from the start. Harden led our team in yardage and had some clutch catches on key 3rd and 4th downs, and Bradford was second behind him with 2 huge touchdowns for us. We tried to get the screen game going to counter their blitzes, but it wasn't really working for us, and rushing had a couple drops that really hurt the passing game. Defensively, no one really stood out. Their offense was way too explosive and not on the field very much, but we did get a couple sacks from Lance Burley and Alfred Kent, pretty much just because McAvoy scrambled into them. And the biggest defensive play of the day was a surprising interception by the defensive tackle Kingsley Simpson. That may be the highlight of his career here at Montana State. And there was one stat I wanted to point out on the Wisconsin side: pancakes. They had 24 of them. Let me repeat that: 24 pancakes, which, if I remember correctly, they ran the ball 32 times. And checking their rushing stats, yeah, James White ran the ball 24 times. So basically each time he had the ball, he was getting a wide open hole from a pancake. And while playing, I noticed the very large, strong safety, number 5, Darius Hillary, the one who caused that fumble. He's listed at 5'11", 290 pounds. So while I'm here, I'm going to fix that, as he's a real person and he's about 190 in real life. I don't know how his weight got messed up, but anyways, it's fixed now. And while the top 25 scrolls through, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is the 2nd time I played this game against Wisconsin. The first time I played on All-American difficulty, Operation Sports Sliders, and I ended up winning 28-24. I didn't really view this as realistic, so I upped it to Heisman and used a different set of sliders, and I'm extremely happy with the difficulty I had while playing. Let me know how you guys felt about the game, or if you want to see the sliders I use. I want this to be a bit of a grind, how it would be in real life. I want this series to last, and I don't want it to be easy by any means, but with that loss, Montana State drops to 3-2 on the season, still 2-0 in conference play, and leading our division with a similar team statistically, it looks like, to Air Force, as the West is still led by Fresno State, who we actually face next week, and what will be a very important game for us and them. We come in as underdogs against a very good team, and I'm looking forward to a good matchup. We will have home field advantage, so we have that going for us, and they'll be without their starting right tackle and right outside backer due to injuries. But we will be going against Derek Carr and Devontae Adams in college, who were both studs, and we'll need to game plan accordingly. They haven't played much high-level competition like we have, so maybe their stats and hype are a bit inflated, but we'll get a good look at them next week in a key Mountain West matchup. And the game that James White had against us moves him into second on the Heisman voting, which is well-deserved. 208 rushing yards will do that. And as we see the stats on the season, I'm not going to go through players of the week anymore unless someone from our team wins, so I can keep these videos a bit shorter. I know this one has been pretty long, and maybe I'll wait to show season stats at the end of the season, but let me know what you guys think. Should I hold off on showing all these season stats and everything at the end of the season? Would you rather have quicker videos with less immersion or longer ones where you get all the information on the week? Let me know in the comments. I will have a longer off-season video or maybe a stream where I actually go more in depth on all this stuff, like the stats, awards, things like that, and I can get some input from you guys on the direction of our team. We'll have a new defensive coordinator next week, so stay tuned for that. And after the new year, I want to bring some Madden to the channel. I tried to record some gameplay, but the voiceover audio had way too much echo in my current setup, and I know you could hear it in this video right now. It's very echoey, but I want to have some Madden franchise mode, but I won't be playing the games like I do for this series, as I just don't have the time for editing. I'm looking for it to be more of like I'm the GM of the team, get in the game, super sim, drop in on some key possessions or times in the game, and provide some live commentary. I'm hoping as I get more accustomed to recording and voicing and editing, everything will be a lot smoother and faster. And I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when a new video drops. It really helps me out, helps the algorithm to get my videos to more people. And join me next week as we take on Fresno State in Montana. Hope you're enjoying the series, and I love you all, and I'll see you next week.